Hello, beautiful people. Everything that's going to be shown in this video is based on something called a joint status report. And there are different types of joint status report. Some joint status reports are done towards the beginning of the case to basically show the plan of how both parties intend to do certain things, whether they intend to settle, whether they intend to do discovery, whether a settlement offer has been sent first, just to see how the pace of things are going to go. Some acting judge is going to require that to be done, some not so much. But one thing is always uniform. Just as much as a joint status report can be done towards the beginning, it is usually what is placed in the forefront in a case once a settlement has taken place or is about to take place. So if you were wondering, okay, so they settled with you and you put a voluntary dismissal to say, okay, I don't want to sue these people anymore for whatever reason. There's something else that usually goes with that, just to show that there's a meeting of the mind. That was not just a unilateral thing where I just arbitrarily dismiss the case without a cause being shown publicly. If you're in federal court or state court, what will usually happen is a joint status report will reflect that. Again, a joint status report can be used towards the beginning, middle, or towards the ending of a case. In this case, this is what it would look and sound like upon settlement, in case you were wondering, because something would have to reflect in the forefront, which is the public side, the public docket, that something has happened as to the resolution in the meeting of the mind of the party. I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like and what it sounds like. Another thing you ought to know about joint status report is that it's not always based on whatever reason. Literally, just like any party can have a status, defendant or the plaintiff, the circumstance itself and the case itself has a status, and a report of that can be done. A status report is a report that summarizes a particular situation, and usually this status report is either by court order or you can do it by yourself. It doesn't matter. As of the stated period of time, a court, while considering a question before it may order any concerned party to file a status report before it, so that the court can consider the report while arriving at a decision on any issue before it. A status report may contain details of a situation as it stands or details of a situation over a period of time. The situation can vary from whatever the stage or development of the case, hence a report to report the status of the case itself, because there are different stages to a case. There are dispositive stages, such as a case where there's a pending motion to dismiss. There are stages of discovery and all the other intricacies involved in it, such as subpoena, interrogatories, depositions, or the predecessor to any of that, which is disclosure. There's another stage to a case, such as a lot of people try to run from court cases, even though we know courts are banks. I keep saying it. If you learn how to work court cases, you would not be scared to go in there. You would not see them from a belligerent perspective. It will be no different than you going into a store, going to the clerk to purchase an item and getting a receipt. That's all the court is going to be. It's going to be like that. It's going to be a second nature to you. What a joint status report does, which was briefly spoken of in the video on YouTube regarding mediation, where 3 types of mediation, even though there are more. 3 types were mentioned. First being through the judge's chamber, third being the form of mediation that's being created through statute or public orders of the states, of the courts, or joint status report. There are more, but those 3 were just introducing you to just so people could know there's more than what they think they've read in some PDFs. So here in Patreon, this is one of it. This is what a joint status report looks like. It's a very, just keep it in mind. Whether you're trying to sue them to get them to give you monies, or you're trying to sue them to get them to stop being tortfeasors, child support, whatever it is. The complete video is on the Patreon page. Take care. Best of luck.